As it's June, I thought I'd be the first person to mention Christmas. Last year we had our first network event and I was proud to have my first 7 franchises attend, plus all the team from Diamond headquarters. And I was really excited at the prospect of celebrating our success and getting together, which was now our national team of Diamonds, to motivate and inspire them so they could all start 2014 with a splash. And if you look at our Christmas dues from years previous, this was like a really lavish event in a hotel with our own conference suite, lounge suites and a fancy dinner. And we had our first awards and I should have been stoked, completely chuffed. All the franchises were at a different stage of their journey and overwhelmingly they were positive. They seemed 100% positive to me and they gave us great feedback on the support and the franchise and my team, which should have been really heartwarming. And it's normally this kind of stuff that really makes my heart sing, all the feedback. So why wasn't I chuffed to bits? Because of one person who I knew was bitching, not to me, but about the Diamond franchise. One naysayer who didn't have the balls to speak to me about his concerns direct, but made a point of picking out all the franchise owners one by one and trying to infect them with his cynicism and negativity. Now, I'm really glad to say that it didn't work. They all reminded him that if the plan was followed, then the Diamond franchise really did work, and that the problem wasn't Team Diamond, but him, including his own sales person, actually, who was there at the event. And of course I heard this all secondhand because, as I said, he didn't have the balls to speak to me direct, but I knew he was saying it. And what was even worse is that I'd nominated him before this actual night as our best franchise of the year. So our award-winning franchise was also a naysayer. And it totally ruined my night. What should have been a celebration ended up with me leaving relatively early and going home with a sense of doom and disappointment. I did not enjoy that night as I should have. And why was that? Because I wanted everyone to be 110% chuffed with what Diamond did. I wanted everyone to succeed and I wanted everyone to be happy. And I didn't focus on the 95% of the people there that were absolutely chuffed with their progress and the Diamond product and the Diamond future. I focused on the 5% negative. And isn't that the way with us all? Whether it's the one customer complaint you get, or the one bum team member, or the one negative Facebook review, often from complete strangers, but that's another story. As entrepreneurs, we're pursuing perfection and we end up focusing on the bad reviews, not the good ones. And it's important to highlight areas that may well need you to address it in your business, which is why you should always encourage feedback. But my message to you, my friends, is that as your business grows, regardless of how great your service or product is, someone somewhere isn't going to like it. Or you. You can't please everyone all the time. Now there's a fine line to be trodden between accepting you can't being perfect and not acknowledging where improvements can be made. Arrogance in service provision isn't good at all. But it is typical for us as human beings not to focus on the good, but to remember the bad. And this is bad for you and bad for business. The more people you expose yourself to, the thicker skinned, in a way, you have to become. That negativity, if you focus on it, can imbibe your future dealings with people. You can become cynical and lose hope and belief in what you're doing. But if you know the vast majority are happy, you have to focus on that, whilst acknowledging the feedback from the naysayers and using it as an opportunity to improve if you believe their gripes have any foundation at all. I know that Christmas I slunk back to my flat and stared into my cup of tea thinking this is not how I wanted tonight to go. Worse, I wondered if my product, i.e. my new network, would float at all. 18 months later, we have over 3 times that many franchises, 3 times the turnover, and that naysayer actually sold his franchise to his top client. So I now know he was wrong and the 95% who were positive and believers were right. Now, it would have been a merrier Christmas if I'd only been able to focus on the 95%, not the negative 5%, wouldn't it? So if you get bad feedback, be open to it and use it as an opportunity to improve your game if needed. But remember to focus on the positive majority, not the negative minority. I trust that really helps. Seasonal, as I said. Have a great week. Bye.